Hey guys, this is a little pre-show announcement. Make sure you go to blackonblackcinema.com, sign up for our premium content. It's a big red banner. You can't miss it. It's $5 a month or $50 for the full year. You get shows like our political show, which is hosted by me and a rotating group of guests, including people from this show and our other shows and voices you've never heard. Also, there's another show called Airing of Grievances that Mike and I host, which is our Seinfeld show where we go through each episode and relate it to our lives and tell really funny personal stories that you will not hear anywhere else on the network. So make sure you sign up, $5 a month, $50 for the full year. Now on to the show.
You have no idea the amount of ignorance we're about to get into right now.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Come on with the pan, that's rapper taste on it, you know?
Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Black on Black Cinema. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with Micah.
Hey.
Terrence.
What's up?
And Rob.
Hello.
All right, we are back with episode 82, The Perfect Guy. This, of course, is the 2015 American thriller film directed by David Rosenthal, starring Sanaa Lathan, Michael Ealy, and Morris Chestnut. Basically tells a story of a dude who gets the lucky chance of scoring with Sanaa Lathan and just can't deal with breaking up with her afterwards. It's a classic story I feel like we would all go through. Before we get into what we thought of the movie, I did want to say, make sure you check out our preview episodes. We just talked about Larry Wilmore saying the word nigger during the White House Correspondents' Dinner, which was hilarious. But apparently some people got sad about it. But make sure you go check that out.
Some people got sad.
Angry, sad, whatever. I don't really...
About our opinions?
No, about Larry.
Oh, I was going to say, I missed some reviews somewhere. I need to read this.
Why are people so upset by
my
this?
pettiness was getting set off.
Yeah, fair enough. So we do have some 5-star reviews. The first one is from Defy21. The title is So Hilarious. Quote, I am weak from laughing so hard. This podcast is awesome. I do have some movies to recommend. Quote, I did, a film that is actually worse than Insecure. It's so bad it's good. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. Sparkle, the 1976 version, a great film with a great story, but bad lighting. It didn't have a large budget. Really, lighting should be like one of the things you should worry about early.
Especially if it's called Sparkle.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, we'll use natural light. It's fine. The other one is Why Did I Get Married? For obvious Tyler Perry-isms. And Lackawanna Blues, a 2005 film, a really good film about a young black boy growing up in the 1960s boarding house. Oh, okay. I never heard of that one. Again, you guys are great. Keep up the good work. 5 stars. We do have another 5-star review, but we will keep that in the tank for next week. So thank you for sending that in. And as long as they're 5 stars on iTunes, we will read them on air. Okay, so back to The Perfect Guy, the 2015 American thriller. Micah, we'll start with you and go around. What are your thoughts on this movie?
I find it ironic that this movie was widely released on September 11th, 2015. Because this too is a tragedy. This movie, look, I'm having fun, but this movie is dumb. Like it's just kind of dumb. It's just kind of there. It's very much a Lifetime style movie.
Oof.
I when I saw this in the theater, because my black ass wife wanted to see this black ass movie with this black ass cast, we go to Montgomery Mall in Montgomery County, and there's not a lot of us there, right? When this movie came out, I saw a clientele that I have yet to see at that theater again. There were so many black women coming to see this movie that it was amazing to me. Like, I didn't know black women knew where the hell this theater was, right? And this is the perfect movie to see with a bunch of black women who are just like having a girls' night or whatever, because they're yelling and screaming and hooting and hollering and shit. And this is what made this movie fun for me. The movie itself is just god awful. The material is just terrible. The acting is okay. And there's nothing special about how this movie is directed or shot, in my opinion. Yeah, don't go see it.
Fair enough. Terrence, your thoughts? Oh, actually, do you have a score at all?
Don't go see it out of 5.
Okay.
That's the best I can
That's the
do.
best you can do. Okay.
See, he went to see it in the movie theater with the correct crowd. So he had a good time, in quotes, with it. I saw this shit by my goddamn self last night. No, this morning, matter of fact. This movie fucking sucks. That's it.
That's it.
Like, it's not good.
God damn.
I don't know. Like, I kind of skimmed through it. I was watching it.
Oh, really? Come on. God
Not
damn.
watching it. I'll be able to discuss it with you guys. But like, and the problem is like it's a black thriller, right? We have a bunch of thrillers, white people in thrillers. Why can't we have like a good thriller? Why does it have to be this fucking terrible?
We did have one good thriller.
It's called Thriller.
It was called Thriller with Michael Jackson. Is that where we getting that right? Yeah. Like, this movie's fucking garbage, dude. Like, I can't. I was so fucking mad. Like, from the acting to the score was pissing me off.
Oh my god, it was so.
I'm not the only.
No,
fuck this movie out of
that
5. Go ahead.
score was ridiculous. It was anyway. Okay, so I posted this in our private group, and I'll say this again. I'm so glad I watched this with my fiance. Now, everyone who listens on a regular basis knows my fiance is white. I don't know where she gets it from, but when she watches these movies, she's black as shit, and it's fucking funny.
Run, bitch.
Oh my god, it was so ridiculous. Like, she, from the very like, she just starts up like, "You need to move, girl." I'm just like, where is this coming from?
Common sense.
Yeah, like
I mean,
yeah,
arguably.
common sense. But the
Sometimes being black is the
way
correct
she
answer.
was yelling back at the screen and telling these idiots what the hell was going on. I'm like, and that's why I'm marrying you.
That's fucking funny.
But this movie, for example, we're sitting there watching it. She's like, she's stupid. I don't care if she dies right now. She's awful. Good Lord. She's like there's no good reason for them to fall in love. There's no chemistry. That woman had no personality at all. And she was fine to look at.
Hey, don't spoil the movie. We're gonna go through it.
Okay. It was like, but it literally took a half an hour for anything weird or crazy to happen. It was just a whole bunch of quote unquote love scenes with that god awful score. And I'm like, this is the cheesiest, stupid score I've ever fucking heard in a movie. This movie is so cheap. I need to go talk to you. Okay, why are you standing on a cliff in the middle of nowhere when you live in a city?
Don't read ahead. There's so many choice scenes
It
in
was
this movie.
so stupid.
I don't even know what scene you're talking about right now.
It was
You blacked out.
Dude, that scene was great because as soon as she
It made no sense.
As soon as she goes there, Laura's like, "Girl, what are you doing on that cliff?" You know,
You can't trust these men.
I love watching it with her, and that's the only good thing I got out of this movie.
Fair enough. What's your score?
It's only good if you watch it with a crazy woman.
Out of 5.
Yes,
All right, that's fair.
There's nothing else worth it about this damn thing. I would not have made it.
So I'm gonna go in a different direction. I agree with Micah. This movie is dumb. There's no way I could watch this with my wife because my wife is a total chicken, and she'd be like, "Nope, scared." Like,
This movie?
dude, my wife had nightmares after watching Taken. Okay, like so she's a chicken.
Oh, so when it
Okay?
comes to movies, you're the brave one,
I am the very
and
one.
you're a freaking puss with
Yeah,
these movies.
totally, right? I don't mind violence and stuff like that. Actually, I enjoy it.
Just ghosts and dolls.
Yeah, like nope. If it's got a talking doll from the other worlds or the click off, gone. That shit's real. No, but this movie, look, I enjoyed it for what it was. Like, I had a good time for how goddamn dumb it was. It made, like, in the end, I was satisfied with the ending. I found some of the scenes that were supposed to be serious about certain people's certain deaths. I just found to be humorous. They were fucking funny, and I couldn't help but laugh. But I kind of was rooting for Michael Ealy.
Wow!
Like in the beginning, I was like, "He's a really nice guy. He really is." And I feel like there are moments in this movie where I can imagine, I watched it by myself, but I can imagine a lot of black women were like, girl, he is so nice. Maybe he ain't crazy. Like you trying to like look past all the fucking soft talking shit. I'm like, this dude's nuts. Like, hello, he's crazy. But look, I enjoyed it for what it was. I'll give an actual numerical score, which is, and this is me rooting for Michael Ealy. It's a 3 out of 5 if you root for the bad guy. If you look at it as the movie itself, it's a 1. Like, it's a 1. It is the greatest example of a movie that I would fold a fuck ton of laundry to while watching on a Saturday. Like, that's it. Like, it has no particularly redeeming qualities at all, except for if you watch the movie, just go, if you haven't seen the movie and you want to watch it after listening to this, just root for the bad guy and watch the movie. It's a much more entertaining film.
I want to get this episode over with right now.
How the fuck were you rooting for the bad guy?
Because he's crazy and I want to leave now because you're a lunatic and you're going to flip out and kill me because I
don't even... Okay.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't say I would necessarily root for Michael Ealy's character.
I would.
But I understand Michael Ealy's character.
You both are scary shit right now.
I mean, I get it.
Sign up for premium content, guys. You want snaring to grievances.
This is a relationship.
Yeah.
No, this is a relationship.
What was he like rubbing his hand against the desk and like flipping out? That shit was hilarious to me. I was like, this guy is me. I understand this guy.
This guy's going places.
Yeah,
Terrence,
exactly.
we gotta go.
Y'all niggas crazy.
Anyway, let's move on.
Wow.
All right, take us through it, Michael.
After the success of No Good Deed.
Look, I like No Good Deed. Have you seen
down.
No Good Deed?
No.
I was about to say, which one do you like better? But
Which
No
one's
Good
No
Deed
Good
is a
Deeds?
better movie.
Which one is that?
With Idris Elba.
Okay,
and,
that's
Cookie
what
Line.
Oh, the same director?
I got these.
No.
I got these two
same
movies
studio.
confused.
Oh, same studio.
I got these movies confused, and I was starting a movie. I'm like, oh, this got Idris Elba, and Michael Ealy in it. And it starts off like Morris Chestnut. God damn it! Like,
I enjoyed No Good Deed. This movie can suck my dick. Like, this movie's stupid. But anyway.
So we open the way every movie should open with Sanaa Lathan in the shower.
That was the one part I had an issue with Civil War, is that this scene was not in Civil War.
She plays this character named Leah Vaughn. She says goodbye to her boyfriend, Dave King, played by Morris Chestnut, and goes off to work. Now, I got to ask you guys your opinion of Morris Chestnut. I know your opinion of Morris Chestnut, but I think we need to definitively give our opinions of Morris Chestnut, and I'll go first. I don't like Morris Chestnut. I think he's very competent. Like he's just
That was
mediocre.
fucking hilarious. I'm gonna need to hear what I don't like him. Like, wow, really? Jesus.
He's very mediocre, right? He's very mediocre. And every role that he plays now, I just get this air of smugness about him. Like, yeah, I'm fine. And so what? Like,
But you already knew that.
I just don't like him, man. And you're not cool enough to be that arrogant. And you're not cool enough to be that smug. And he plays the same thing and everything, right? Like he's got
Morris
this
Chestnut.
he's got this new show on Fox where he's a doctor.
Like Rosewood or something.
Or Hawthorne or one of them.
Right,
It's
right.
I believe it's Rosewood.
And
It's
I'm like,
Rosewood.
get the fuck out of here, right? Like, I wish you were in Rosewood.
When look, the funny thing is, I saw, like, I was looking at this movie and I clicked on Morris Chestnut's name or on some link, and it was like Rosewood. I was like, no, that's Ving Rhames, a racist. And I was like, oh, it's a TV show.
But I think he's very mediocre, and he has a confidence about him that he does not deserve. What say you?
I don't mind Morris Chestnut, but I agree with you. I think he's a pretty like one note actor. That being said, I feel like Morris Chestnut is still riding the arrogance high of the black movies of the 90s when he was the Negro of the moment, right? But I will never forgive him for his bullshit tweets that tried to imply that he was going to be Black Panther, and that really bothered me.
Yeah.
And that people believed it.
Yeah, him trying to hint at Marvel that he would be a good Black Panther.
No, you wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't.
See,
What's his African accent sound like? Tell the truth. Like, get out of my face.
that's what I don't like him as a person from what I've seen because he's obnoxious. As an actor, he's just there.
Yeah, like he's fine.
As
Like,
long as he's just a dude in the background. Oh, look at that handsome dude. All right, move on.
Yeah.
I don't care.
But like I think he had a time in the 90s. Like I like in the early 90s, early
He got shot in the
2000s.
back and fucking whatever that goddamn
Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood.
That was a great
What
moment
else?
for him. It's great.
What else?
He was in like a bunch of romantic comedies in the early 2000s and the 90s.
That
Like
nobody cares about anymore.
I like.
He was in those. He was in
There's
those.
like two can play this game.
I love that
I actually
movie.
like that movie. I really do like that movie.
We should do that movie. It's goofy as hell, but I like it. Anthony Anderson makes that movie for me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. He wasn't Think Like a Man.
Was
Isn't he
Yeah.
in the
Oh right, he was.
Why Did I Get Married movies? Is he in those?
He was in The Brothers. Two can play that game. Like Mike. I don't know.
All right, I'm over it.
Again, right?
I at the end of the day, I think he's fine. Like he's a perfectly fine actor. I'm not blown away by anything he's ever done.
Yeah. All right. Terrence, do you have an opinion on Morris
really.
Chestnut?
Not a one.
Yeah, I just realized that this is kind of like the reverse of a Tyler Perry movie where the bald black guy is the hero and
Yeah.
the light skinned menace is
Hero.
is the villain.
Yeah, as it should be. I mean, really.
No, well, look, this movie is a
He don't count. He got blue eyes.
this is
That shit ain't real.
This is a documentary on the light skinned menace, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what?
The subtitle for this movie, the perfect guy, is subtitled "Don't Trust Those People."
You know what though? Good. Be afraid. Because shit's gonna go down one day.
I was rooting for your people. Okay, as I said before,
He's not my people. He's a little weird.
he is a little weird.
He is.
Actually, but
There's,
to
a, reason,
the
there's a
point,
reason he played a robot.
that is also
He was
true.
really good
He
at
was
that
really
too.
good in that role, though.
He was really good as a robot.
But you know what? Talking about Morris Chestnut, on the other side, I actually really like Michael Ealy as an
Yeah,
actor.
I do actually.
Yeah, he's good, and I think he has like real range too.
I felt bad for him being in this movie.
I think he did a pretty good job for what the movie was.
Yeah, he did a great job.
Terrence, that's
he
not
did
a
a great job for the
Whatever.
garbage he was given.
Yeah, I think so.
And I felt bad for him being in it.
That's fair.
There you go.
All right, let's go.
This movie sucks.
on the way to work, Leah stops at a Starbucks where she meets Carter Duncan, played by Michael Ealy. That night, Leah and Dave are at a party, and Leah.
Hold, let's not gloss over this. This scene I would like to title Splashtown because the second she saw him and like she went over to get her coffee, she couldn't even get her order right. She couldn't do anything because she was so fucking enamored by a light-skinned dude with light eyes. She's like, oh, like he was like, oh, you can take the drink, and she walked away, and like she was just
you
confused.
forgot your drink. Like, oh,
And
thank you.
another benefit of watching this with a woman sitting next to me, she was like, I understand, man.
Yeah, like
She was like, I get it.
hey, look, Michael Ealy's a good-looking dude, so hey, again, that's why I call this scene Splashtown.
That night, Leah and Dave are at a party, and with some friends and their kids. When they get home, Leah and Dave get into an argument about his refusal to commit to her wishes and start a family, causing them to break up.
It's not gonna happen, is it?
We've already been through this, babe.
Exactly. We have been through this, and nothing seems to change.
Well, we also agreed that we weren't going to talk about this anymore, remember?
It's always good.
When I looked over at you being so good with that little boy, it just... Because I know you don't want that.
No, I never said that I didn't want that. I'm just not ready.
We've been dating for almost 2 years.
Yes, and it's been a wonderful 2 years. I don't want to lose you.
I don't either. But I do want a family. I know that.
Now, come on, you know my parents, they hated each other when they were together. When they split, it was a relief for everybody. Both of my brothers divorced. My sister divorced. There's 2 within the last year, okay? Joe, he can't even stand the sight of his ex. And I don't want that. I want to wake up one morning hating you.
I'm 36 years old. I've been dating my whole life. I'm dated out.
She does look very sexy.
I don't want to do it anymore. I want a husband and children while I'm still young enough to enjoy them.
I can't do it like this. I can't. I want to propose to you when I'm ready to propose. Not because you feel the need for me to do it right here, right now, at this moment. I don't want to do it like that. I'm sorry.
I can't wait for you anymore.
So what are you saying?
I think maybe you should go.
Yeah, maybe I should.
It's a little delayed there.
Can I I'm gonna piss some people off right now. Bitch, calm the fuck down. You've been together for 2 damn years.
Yeah, but she's 36.
I'm 37.
You're not a woman, though.
It's
You're
true.
not a woman.
Okay, but still,
Yeah, that's a big difference.
that's way too much. That doesn't mean you have a right to put that much goddamn pressure on somebody to make that choice that damn fast. We've
2
been together.
years.
2 years is a while. Dude.
2 years. I got engaged before 2 years.
Okay, I've been together with Laura for almost 4 years. We're okay.
Yeah, but your girlfriend is younger though. She's how old
She's
is she?
my girlfriend.
Or a fiance now? Like how old is she though?
8 years younger than me.
Gross. How old is she?
8 years younger than me.
And you what? 48? How old are you now?
Wow.
Whatever. Morris Chestnut in this movie is apparently my age.
36.
Yeah, 36.
47. Like,
I literally paused the movie to look that up. I was like, what?
Now,
But they didn't say how old he was. She just said she's 36.
No, later in the movie, I think they say when things go down.
That happens.
Yeah.
Oh, I must
I'm
have
pretty
missed that
sure
part.
I'm pretty sure they say his age because I remember going,
I don't think that's
no.
right.
I was like, that's not even close to being correct.
I still don't think it's right to basically
It's a pressuring thing. I get it.
to throw shit at him like we need to get married now or you need to get the fuck out. And here's my thing. Okay, so you kick him out. Now what? You got to go start over with somebody else? Good idea, dum.
I don't know. I sort of defend that moment only because at 36, you're talking about if she wants to start a family, that's at least I mean, look, a lot of people don't get, people don't get pregnant right away.
I get that. I'm not a total asshole on this. I said total.
Okay, 98%. Continue.
That's fine. I can deal with that. But I get what you're saying.
Right.
That it's very different for her. At the same time, and I mean, yeah, I'm still sitting there watching it. My fiance, she was like, she was like, calm the fuck down. Like she also was like screaming at the screen at this point. It's like you're kicking out a perfectly good dude.
But is he though?
Apparently he was.
I don't think Perfect Guy was about Morris Chestnut. I don't know. I feel like this dude didn't want to commit. And look,
but he even said it right there. It wasn't that he just wasn't ready to jump into being a parent just yet. It doesn't mean that he's not ever going to. It just means that he doesn't want to do it right that second.
What about his excuse of
everyone else in his family?
Right. Is
that's a bullshit
I was about
excuse.
to say that's not you.
That's
dude.
that's a bullshit excuse. People will use that all the time.
I can see people being scared of that. I'm not saying it's
Right.
legit, but I can see people being scared
sure.
of jumping into a marriage and it being fucked up.
I mean, look, my parents are divorced. Absolutely, I totally get it. But
I still,
that's a terrible excuse.
I
though.
still really think that, like, this set the tone of the movie for me. When she did this, I was like, I got no sympathy for you right now. You seriously kicked that dude out to go. I guess you're gonna have to go start over with somebody else.
Yeah, but okay, let's say so. This dude's been hanging out for 2 years. Like, come on, you ain't gonna marry Sanaa Lathan after 2 years. All right. Again, this must be a fantasy movie with griffins in it because that doesn't make sense. Lock it down, dog. Crazy. But after 2 years, if he's still like on the fence, let's say it's another 2 years. Then she's 38. I get it, man. I get it. Like I totally understand your point of view, but I think it's the difference in being with somebody at this age or woman at this age. I totally understand where that comes from. Because like when my wife and I got engaged, I mean, we had talked about like we're gonna start trying to have kids immediately because she was older. Like she was, 36, same idea. So I get it, but I understand your point of view too. Yeah, it makes sense.
When I was dating, the apple-headed girl, she, we had never met each other.
I swear, I pray to God she listens to the show.
I hope so.
When
you think they have headphones that get that one? She had to use earbuds, right?
yeah. And then you kind of how the earbuds are like they kind of stop at a certain point from being separated, you got to kind of rip them apart to open it up again. Like that's how.
Like she's got like she got to do like Bluetooth joints or something.
Yeah, she's got to have like one Bluetooth in one ear and then one Bluetooth in another ear, and then just try to sync the two of them up. At the same time.
Makes total sense.
I'm not bitter at all. So before we had actually physically met, like we were talking on the phone a couple of times, and she was, she does the same thing that everybody does. It's
So
like,
wait, you met her online too?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's like, what are your plans for the future and all that stuff? And it's like, oh yeah, I'd love to be married and have a family one day. And she's like, well, good, because I'm looking to get married in 2 years. And I'm like, cause she's like 30, right? And she was like, I'm looking to get married in 2 years.
Gone.
And I'm ready to, I'm ready for this, that, and the other.
No, man.
And I was like,
at 30?
Yeah, 30.
Just calm down. Just calm down. I was like, you all right? Like,
Chill
also,
out.
you're online. Like, god damn. You haven't even tried to take the check with the reach that you don't really want to do.
This shows that
we haven't even done that yet.
This shows that you've matured as a person to the point where you can see that and say, "Oh, that's a sign. That's a signal that maybe this shouldn't happen." Because that, you, of course, you're listening. You can't see Jay putting up the deuces and slowly fading away.
Dude, I'd have been gone. No, because that happened to me. Like when I was online dating, this one girl was like, she had some like batshit crazy conversation with me about how if you're married, then you shouldn't once you have, let's say you decide to have 2 kids, and I don't even know how we got in this conversation. I'm like, I don't even know you. Like, this is crazy. But she said something like, oh, if I, she was something like, oh, how many kids would you want to have? I said, oh, 2, 1 or 2. And then she was like, and then I said, yeah, then I would fucking snip, done, game over. Like, there's no mistakes need to happen. I'm fine with it. And she was like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. And I was like, but if you agree on how many kids you're going to have, otherwise you're doing the rhythm method or trying to have other kids, which is pretty much the same thing. And she was like, no, because what if we just decide on a whim? I'm like, I'll decide on a whim? Kids are expensive. What the fuck?
Decide on a whim to have a goddamn kid. Get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah, and it was exactly that. I was like, deuces, and like just slowly fading back from the phone. Does this sound like someone hanging up? Hello? Click. Goodbye. No, you're crazy. Like, no, get out of my face. Nope. Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, that's a human being.
Now, see,
no.
My thing is,
expensive. I like money.
I was mad at her when she broke up with him for it. Not that she felt that way. When she broke up with him, I was like, well, that's stupid.
Well, but I mean,
what's the other recourse?
If you know that's what you want and you have a strong feeling that that's not what the other person wants, why are you wasting your time?
But he didn't say he didn't want it. He specifically said
2 years you don't know.
But again, I don't know yet. Give me another couple years.
Nah, bro.
I don't know yet. Give me another couple years.
Well, if he said give me another couple years, I would have been like, all right, cool, bye.
That's 730 days.
What the fuck? Rain Man over here. Okay.
That's a long
That's a long fucking time.
How many seconds is that, David Washington?
If I can get the what's the drink he had?
Vitamin water.
That, by the way, that was a deep cut. I forgot his name was David Washington.
That's so funny.
Fix your fucking hairline.
Whatever. I get to be
rich.
the asshole. Fine then. Fuck y'all.
Anyway,
you chose it.
2 months later, while at a bar being hit on by a drunk white man.
Dude, this guy, give me 3 reasons. I'm like, get the fuck out of my face right the fuck now. 10 reasons. Beat it.
Oh my God.
Get out of my face. I was like,
that shit was fucking weird.
Like, who is this
like,
guy?
do people do that?
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Nah, man,
it was weird, but that was probably the most real part of this movie.
This guy,
that motherfucker, man.
This guy's level of confidence was through the roof.
Like, that shit was bizarre. I'm like,
and like, look,
wait a minute. This doesn't add
I should have
up
started
at all.
drinking at an early age if I get that kind of confidence. Jesus
liquid
Christ.
confidence. Look, and look, here's the thing. Not to be a dick. Dude, you're ugly. Like he wasn't even like a Michael Ealy looking dude, or even like a slightly goofy person with a personality like, let's say, me. Like, no, this guy's personality sucked, and he was ugly.
He looks like a poor man's John Cusack.
God damn, really? Not even. John Cusack is even like a more reasonably looking dude than this guy. This guy's like, I don't even know.
He looks like a greasy guy in an 80s movie.
He's a shitty Vincent D'Onofrio.
I can't even say that.
Yeah, this dude wasn't cool at all.
This guy had no.
And
guy
he
had no
wouldn't
skills.
fucking like leave.
But that's common, man. This shit's really common.
God damn.
Guys are losers, man.
Jesus Christ, man. He's just in her face. I'm like, if you don't get the fuck out of my face.
She should have taken her phone and jabbed it right in his throat.
Now. Yeah.
Wow.
Some people just don't know. I don't know. This when I saw this reminded me of this dude that tried to start a fight with me in a grocery store once.
Just no willingness to back down.
It was, first of all, he was like a foot shorter than me.
Take offense to this.
And I'm like, yeah, well, he was really short. Basically, I was in a grocery store, and there was a bunch of automatic checkout lanes, and it's like one line and a bunch of different registers, and one clears out, and I walk up to it, and he's like, "What are you doing?" Like he comes up behind me, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm going to the next one available." "No, you have to stay in the line for that one." I'm like, "No, there's one line. You just go to the next one." Man, well, I'm like, whatever. So he goes.
Give me 3 reasons not to fight you.
He goes over to his, and he starts cursing me out. I'm like, dude, are you serious right now? He comes up and gets in my face. "You want to take it outside?" I look at him. And I start laughing loudly. And I say loud, like, I'm not going to fight you, dumbass. However, I'm like, are you serious? You want to start a fight in the middle of this grocery store with me over a checkout lane? I'm saying it real fucking loud. Everybody's looking at him, kind of giggling. He's like, oh. And he just kind of shuffles off.
And then he was like, one day I'm going to have a blog where I talk about so-called carrots. I'll be back. And he shuffled off into his little hotep mobile and got out of there.
But yeah, some people just don't know.
I don't know how to, like, people have poor social cues.
Yeah, it's really just like, no, this is not the time for you to stand up and fight about shit. Like, in this scene, this dude stands up. He's taller than Michael Ealy. Michael Ealy just looks at him like, yeah.
I wouldn't fight Michael Ealy. That nigga looks crazy.
Yeah.
When he does walk away, I'm like, you right. Because, look, you light-skinned, so
you can't be light-skinned and have, like, blue eyes. Like, that shit ain't right.
No, like,
I don't know if he's one of my people because I'm not sure if he's people.
Yeah.
I think he's a robot.
There's a reason he was cast as
somebody
a robot.
designed this handsome robot and said, "I like blue eyes," and put those things.
They were
in
like,
there.
let's see if we could get a robot into Hollywood.
Hey,
it turns out, yes.
Somebody designed to create a character. And gave him fucking blue eyes.
Fuck you, Michael. No, I like this guy though, man. And this is where I started to root for him.
Make him talk smooth no matter what.
When he told that guy to get away, that's when you started rooting for him?
Yeah. Well, I rooted for him.
Yeah,
when
he saved Sanaa Lathan from
some weird fucking dude.
From probably getting raped
being
and killed.
Raped, right.
Yeah. So, again, he's the hero of this movie.
So, yes, she meets Carter who saves her, and they start chatting it up a bit.
Would you do this for a woman that you saw was going through this in a bar?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too. Okay.
Absolutely.
Is that a question?
All the time.
What's that?
I always have a knife.
I didn't say stab them, Terrence. I said, would you?
I'm just, look.
Terrence would just walk over and fucking gut the guy like, dude, that guy's my coworker. Well, he didn't look like it from across
Just
the
walk
bar.
over, stab, you're welcome. Walk away.
Like, dude, what the fuck
happened? Like,
Walk over, stab him, and then give the head nod, and then just keep moving.
Like, look, you need to talk to me later. Like, yeah, to the cops.
I'm just saying I have protection if need be.
Can I point out one? You're crazy.
Terrence is going to stab him with a condom. He's like, look, I got all kinds of protection, lady.
That's some jailhouse shit, making shivs out of everything. Yeah. Melting a condom over the toilet, some shit.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Probably has happened.
Now, I will say this about this scene that was really funny. When Michael Ealy is like basically kind of punking this guy, I mean, like walk away. Sanaa Lathan's character, her face, she's like, yeah, like, ooh, that's so manly. I'm like, this is how dudes get into fist fights.
Women love that shit, though.
I know.
Yeah,
they do.
Look,
man.
They talk about men how we're like cavemen. Look, y'all motherfuckers are cave women too. You want to see us take a giant stick and beat the shit out of some other dude. Like that scene later on where she's like, oh, you were out of control. Whatever. She would put a private line. Welcome to Splash Mountain again.
I mean,
get the fuck out of here. Get out of here, dude.
I mean, to a point, right? Like, they like that shit when they are being harassed. Like, that dude was just like, hey,
that motherfucker
nice
was
car.
harassed.
Oh, shit!
I know.
Look,
I know a
he
couple.
thought that it was another restaurant.
I know a couple that were just kind of vaguely together. And they were hanging out, and a dude breaks into his house and is coming after them, and he fights the dude off and gets stabbed protecting her. They spent years together, and he wanted out of that relationship. She was not going anywhere. After that moment, she was in love and stuck on him.
Yeah, I could totally believe it.
Like that.
I
shit
wouldn't be
happened.
surprised if she just fucking put a Band-Aid on that shit and was like, "We banging right now." And this guy's like, other guy's like bleeding
Like,
out.
I have to go to the hospital.
Like, I look seriously. I'm passing out. Like, I know, but first.
Let's put this yellow piece of plastic down and slip and slide our way down there because I got the lube.
I mean, and I'm not trying to talk. I'm not trying to say what he did wasn't amazing.
Gross.
I'm not trying to say what he did wasn't amazing.
No, but I can understand why
he got stabbed fighting dude out of his house. Good on you, dude. That's
but
fucking awesome.
I could totally understand why a woman would find that incredibly attractive.
Oh my god, she lost her a switch flipped. I had never seen her be all up on a dude like she was. Yeah. And
I mean, look, we're all fucking lizard brain human beings.
A year later, I'm hanging out with him in the bar, and he's like, "I don't want this anymore." It was just.
I should have just let that guy take my TV. This shit was not worth it. It was a Sony Wega. It was 9 years old. Who gives a fuck? All right, go ahead.
So they start chatting each other up at the bar. He takes her to a car, gives her a tongue down.
Yeah, that was like movie kissing is awful.
Right.
Go ahead.
And she's driving away, and you talk about Splash Mountain, like she needed Scotch Guard for that seat, man, because she was.
What was her line? It was something that
was like, "Oh dear God."
Yeah. I was like, well, one, that line was definitely written by a white person. Because if that was written by a black person, like, God damn! Like, yeah, she would have said something way blacker. But yeah, it was like a super white.
I don't know, she was bougie as hell.
She was. She was like, good grief, jinkies. Like no, that's not what she would have said.
That was GD amazing. They quickly grow close to each
She said,
other.
"Mother of God." I'm looking.
Mother of
God right now.
Mother of God. Did she take her glasses off as an alien was landing in front of her? A fucking sci-fi movie.
So they quickly grow close to each other. We see them go out on a second date and to a dance hall, some sort of underground.
Look,
oh my God!
Look! Spoiler alert! This is one of the realest fucking scenes. Reggae music will get fucking chicks amped. That is 100% true.
I'm just glad they were
100%.
going into some underground club, because when they started walking down that alley, I'm like, this corny ass movie. He's about to fight off some. I thought he was going to fight off some dudes in the alley for a second. I'm like.
Oh, that would have been awful.
They're walking down an alley. There's steam coming up. I'm like, are Batman's parents about to die in the corner right now? What the fuck? Where are they?
He's the guy. He's Joe Chill.
Even she was like, "Is this the part where you club me and rape me and steal all my shit?"
My organs.
He's like, "That's later." No.
I love that this club was definitely a reggae club. Like 2 beers, red stripes.
Red stripes.
He just said 2 beers.
Yeah, first I was like, nobody says that. Then they gave him the red stripes. I'm like, oh, that's the only brand.
That's the only one they got, and it's in a cooler. They ain't got no refrigerator. Get the fuck out of here. But look, I'm telling you, look, reggae music works, man.
Apparently, because they go into a bathroom and start fucking.
Nope, that bathroom is too damn dirty.
Yeah, whatever. It's Sanaa Lathan. I'll risk it.
Risking a lot of it there.
Yeah,
you're both going to be up in the clinic.
Yeah.
So Leah introduces Carter to her 2 friends.
Isn't that the chick from
Tina Wesley?
Yeah, from
Wellesley
True Blood
or whatever. Yep.
She is referred to by me as the real friend, and the white.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, we'll talk about
friend.
that. Yeah. All right.
I don't know what that means.
You'll find
out. So yeah, she introduces him to the real friend and the fake friend, and they give him a little bit of an inquisition, and he passes with flying colors. Right? Like
they ask some fucking shady ass questions out. Like,
yeah, like what are your parents? So like, oh, I'm adopted. Like, oh, really? You ever try to find your real parents, bastard? Like, no, I've never tried to find them because fuck them.
Yeah, but that was so weird. Like, what the fuck? What kind of question is that? Did you ever try to find your real parents? Mind your goddamn business. If you don't order these eggs, it's brunch. Calm down.
Honestly, though, every answer
was so weird.
He was so weird. Everything he said that came out of his mouth, I'm like, this sounds like a creative character. Somebody made this thing up. Somebody wrote this character, wished upon a star, and this guy came to life. Because this is ridiculous.
I hate this movie.
Look, the dialogue is something else. It is something else.
So he passes their inquisition, right? Then she's like, "Hey, I want you to meet my parents." And he was like, "Okay, I guess this is like date number 3."
Yeah, I'm like, again, slow down. No, hold on. We glossed over something, which is they go back to her place and she forgets her key, so she has to she uses her key that's in one of those like fake rocks or whatever. And then so he sees where the key is. And also the neighbor is there, and she gives this old white woman.
This old white woman can see. She sees the truth.
She's like, "Wait a minute, I'm okay with one of you here. Why is there another one here?"
I didn't see that. I saw.
She's like, he has blue eyes, and that's weird to me.
Yeah, she could see the devil in him. She's got supernatural powers, and was like,
No, I don't trust him.
Because she looked at him like.
She didn't even say anything to him.
No.
She was like, "Nah, bruh. Not buying it." But
so
we'll see.
They end up going to San Francisco to meet Leah's parents. Her dad is played by Rock.
Seriously, I was like, "Oh, Rock."
Charles S. Dutton.
Charles
I like
S.
that
Dutton.
guy.
I'm glad he's still working.
He's very much an old man.
He really is.
He looks like somebody's father.
He always looked like somebody's father.
Yeah, he did. He really did.
And so Michael Ealy's character, Carter gives a bunch of roses or whatever to the mother, and they're sitting down. The father and Michael Ealy are sitting down, and they do that whole thing where it's like, they're trying to bond, right? You like baseball? Like, no, I'm black, but okay, yeah, I like baseball. He's like, well, I want to watch the Giants game. You want to sit here and watch it with me? He's like, no, I can't really watch it because I got something else to do. Like, what the hell you mean you got something else to do? Well, I got tickets to the Giants game, and I need somebody to go with me.
Why does your Michael Ealy
J.
sound
Michael
like fucking
Jackson?
Terrence Howard?
Who also sounds like Michael Jackson.
Who also
Skin.
That's what happens.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Like, you're an anomaly, but your people,
Wow.
as the by and by, as it goes, his voice is correct.
And I was about to get mad. And the first thing that popped in my mind was Prince, and I was like, shit.
Well, no, when you hear Prince talk, I mean, that nigga's voice deep as shit.
He kind of.
Yeah, but
know
his
what?
singing voice is
Yeah.
high.
I'm just, you know what?
Look, there's going to be a lot of shade going on.
Surprise.
Or lack thereof.
There's
I'm just watching the movie. I'm looking at Michael Ealy give this dude some tickets.
I'm looking at you right now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So
Go ahead.
What happened?
So there's this funny scene.
So hold on a second, because I don't want to pass by this stupid scene that we just had, because y'all niggas fucking shitting all over me right now.
No one was talking about you.
Michael Ealy. What you talking about?
Yeah, if I was doing a Rob impression, it would be like,
Don't you fucking just don't. Just don't.
Do your best, Brad.
so then,
What the fuck is
Because
that?
apparently you two sound exactly the.
When did that happen? When did that start being a thing?
That was fucking hilarious.
Makes no
and then,
sense.
And then you were like, what the fuck? I was like, shut up, Brad. Get out of here.
Makes no sense.
It really didn't. I don't think you guys sounded
Hilarious.
like at all, but that's.
Like, I screamed.
Wow. What? I just realized that's Brad, not Rob. Like,
Oh
you.
shit! He clearly hasn't been paying attention.
No, not at all. You guys said nothing alike.
Oh my god. Anyway,
Go ahead.
so
fuck this guy. Fuck this scene. Fuck the writing in this bullshit with this. Oh, I got tickets. Like, no.
I mean, the thing is, it's so fucking cheesy. Like,
yeah.
that's the thing. Is
I can't be too mad at it just because I know how what this movie is supposed to be.
Yeah,
right. But like, as a guy, like, have you ever met like your significant other's parents and just been like, here's some flowers, let me take you out to a basement? Like, that's so cheesy.
How did he even know he liked? Did she say?
She
that
probably-
He liked
She
it?
said that
he's a
he
big
really
Oh,
liked
I
the
missed
basement.
that part.
It's so.
Clearly,
It's so ridiculous, though. It's so
super cheesy.
It's so like he's the perfect guy. I'm like, no, he's an imaginary guy.
Yeah.
Right, but okay, so
at
that
that part, you gotta be like, something's not right here. Who the fuck does that? Like,
Right.
does everything
Tickets
perfect.
right behind home plate, like, and yeah, he does everything perfectly, and
okay, now
but I think that's the point.
that's
right?
the whole point, right?
This
And
is-
this is why I'm rooting for. I'm like, this guy's like a really nice guy. Of course, I'm like, it's all gonna go great. I mean, bad soon, but
This is like the fifth point in the movie where my fiance's like, "You said this is a thriller, right?" Like she kept on
I
saying
think
that to me, and I'm like, "I know." This
Well,
shit's
no,
so
but
good.
I
I
can't
think-
tell by this fucking Birdemic music going on in the background. Like, that fucking score was making me so goddamn angry, dude. Like, I swear to God, I was like, I'm like, can you please change the fucking music, please?
So now, Micah, you saw this with like a bunch of black women in the crowd. Were they like? I feel like they were. This is my guess.
Into it.
They were totally into like all these like cheesy.
Oh
things,
yeah,
like
they were
the
into
home
it.
plate and the flowers and all that other
I
shit.
mean, they didn't know what home plate was, but like they knew they knew it was a big deal. Like,
Right.
They were like, oh, okay, oh wow, okay.
I bet there were some people like
they did know what this movie was about.
No, but
right?
I feel like Michael Ealy is so good looking that they were trying to get that part out of their mind. They're like, no, he's still gonna be good at the end. He's still gonna nah.
Did they think there was going to be a swerve where it was what's his name being a bad guy at the end? I mean, they probably did watch a lot of Tyler Perry.
Look.
So
I'm just saying that is not that would have actually been a good twist.
Yeah, but
it turns out Morris Chestnut is not it.
So while they're at home, this scene is funny to me for a very specific reason.
And I know the story too.
Leah's all horned up, and she wants to fuck in her parents' house, but Carter is so perfect that he refuses.
What are you doing?
Now, actually, hold on, because we got to set that up a little bit better. Her mom asked them to sleep in separate rooms.
Yeah.
And so Leah sneaks into Carter's room.
Yeah.
So, all right, here you go.
This is your parents' house, okay?
Yeah, right.
No. They want us to sleep apart.
You gotta be kidding me.
Wait, do I look like I'm kidding? Now take your little hussy self back into that hallway and go get in your own bed. Go on.
She's dumbfounded.
Go on.
You don't know what you're missing.
Like, I had her in the club the other night. I think I did.
Let's do it anyway. Slut.
You are unbelievable.
But of course, she means that in the, oh my God, you're unbelievably the perfect guy, which is unbelievable because no one would act like that.
No, they wouldn't, and I know that from experience. So we, when we go to Florida to visit her family, we stay in her parents' house. And before we were married, we went, and Mom was like, "Y'all ain't married. Y'all sleeping in separate rooms. So you, Erica, my wife, sleep in the office, and Micah can have your old room." And
Weird.
yeah. You know what else is weird? Fucking your wife in her childhood bedroom. Like, it's just kind of weird. Like, it's kind of weird. It just
So you
kinda
defied
is.
the rules of your
Oh
room.
yeah, because get the fuck out of here. I'm not perfect at all.
See, I knew this story when you sent me the timestamp for this. I was like, of course, that's the scene you want me to
Yeah, no.
Can I
no man in his right mind. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, maybe I wasn't in my right mind because I was with this girl. We were staying at her brother's house. He was away for the night, and we were sleeping in his bed. And I'm like, this feels gross.
I wouldn't do it in his bed.
Yeah, it was in his bed, and she's getting on. I'm like, this feels not okay.
Well, I guess
Couch.
If it was a couch, fine.
I'm
it
confused.
was his bed.
I'm confused. Did they give you clean sheets?
I'm not even sure. I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
All right. If they didn't give you clean sheets, then I agree. If they gave you clean sheets, what's the problem?
It just felt weird.
Wash
Yeah,
them.
I would think I'd be a little weirded out doing it in his bed.
In his bed.
Like if it was another room.
Again, did they give you clean sheets?
These motherfuckers clearly
These two.
these niggas are savages.
I'm glad this side of the
But
table.
I would have like not in his room, maybe like in the bathroom. In the living room.
In the bathroom where people shit.
Yeah, why not?
Apparently, it was fine for a Jamaican club.
I mean,
I mean,
here's the thing, like, okay, like when we went there, we went by train, and I mean, we were fooling around on the train. That's fine. That's fun. In her brother's bed?
nah, yo. That shit would just feel weird to me. Y'all niggas are crazy.
Again,
Because these niggas are rooting for Michael Ealy, so apparently nothing is sacred at this point.
look, it gets worse. I mean, better.
Oh, boy.
Oh shit! So on their way home, they're driving back from San Francisco to wherever the hell they are,
I think they're outside of L.A. or something.
and that's a long ass drive.
Yes, it is.
And they stop at a gas station, and this creepy looking dude is like, "Hey, this is a really nice Charger."
No, he comes up and says, well, he says something else. He said the first words out of his
like-
mouth.
Like,
You're beautiful, or something like that.
He comes up and says beautiful. Like he just says something where it sounds like he's talking to her,
yeah,
but he's
I think
not.
he says beautiful.
Yeah, he's not at all. He's all leaning in the window.
Yeah, that shit is uncalled for. Like, nah, don't lean in the fucking window. And Michael Ealy sees this, and Michael Ealy proceeds to do like a 32 hit combo on this guy and beats the shit out of him for talking to his woman. And now look, I have a very serious question, guys. Is Michael Ealy justified in his reaction? Like, you see some skeevy looking dude, bent over like a hooker trying to score John, and you know your girl is there. Like,
yeah. Look, again, he's the hero of this movie, guys. Like, no.
What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
No,
No.
crazy
You grab him.
hey,
Oh,
what
you
the
grab
fuck
him.
are you doing?
Yeah,
And
you
he's
grab
like,
him
"Oh,
and go,
I'm
"What the
sorry."
fuck are you doing?" And she says, "No, it's okay." And you get an explanation.
Is it?
When you just roll up and start beating the shit out of him, and your girl's like, "Hey, stop!" And you're just beating the fuck out of this dude who hasn't said a word yet because you broke his jaw the first hit.
now I agree.
Yes, but I think you're forgetting one major thing.
What?
In this scenario, I am crazy Michael Ealy, so I have to fight.
Oh my god!
It's like Fight Club.
It's your first night.
It's my first night. It's my first night as Michael Ealy. I have to fight.
It is maybe a little excessive.
Wow.
I mean, on
Why
the
am I
great.
saying wow to you?
No.
I don't have I have a pen. I'm sorry. No, that's my nunchucks.
No, but the thing is, on a percentage scale of going from 0 to 100, Michael Ealy is clearly at 105, right? I personally think I'd probably been at a solid 85 on that.
I'd have been at like 70. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
You clearly saw me get out of this car and go into this fucking gas station. Like, he didn't just come out.
I wouldn't look. It,
Put your
like,
hands on him.
No, not right away.
Well, no,
right away. I'd be like, what
define
do you-
put your hands on.
I would be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Would I grab him? Yes.
What are you doing?
You
Yeah.
grab him away from the
Yeah.
car? Yes, because that's just fucking crazy, creepy, scary. He's leaning in the car. You get him the fuck out of that car and protect your
All
girl.
right. I'm just making sure I'm not.
You don't
crazy.
you don't start throwing fists at him.
I wouldn't have fucking thrown a fucking MMA.
Yeah, he hit him with
whole-
like a goddamn headlock takeover.
Like,
Right.
Like a snap
Like-
man.
Shit was
yeah.
I was like, good lord. Okay, wait a minute. What do you?
screaming at
Look,
her.
I-
Get back in the car.
Like, I would look out the window and be like, hold up, I got to do something. Walk out, like, what the fuck are you doing? If you turned around, like, what are you doing? That's my car and that's my girl. What's going on here? I wouldn't have hit him.
Well,
right away.
I would have done what you just said, but I would have, before I walked out of the gas station area, I would have asked him, did they sell crowbars? And then I would have bought one, and then I would have walked, and I'd have broke both of his legs.
Like, I have a knife on me.
Honestly,
So
See,
would've
I
been
don't.
Good.
So, you have to buy things.
I would have turned around. I would have started walking over there, but I would have started speaking well before I got over there.
That's what I'm saying. I'd have been like, what the fuck are you doing?
I would have started yelling, like, hey, what the hell? Like, if he doesn't, if I get over there and he still hasn't moved,
Yeah, then we got.
Oh, then there's a problem. at
then
that
I
point.
put hands on you and yank you the fuck away.
My
If there's
thing,
an issue beyond that, then it's just going to continue to be an issue.
my thing is, it would have been for the story. It would have made more sense if that guy was actually like creepily hitting on her, where he could have been like, "No, but I was trying to save you," and then she's like, "Yeah, but you kind of crazy." But like the fact that he didn't say anything and flipped out makes it a little less. It's just unbelievable. You know what I mean? It just makes it completely
It
unbelievable.
just shows that he's a crazy person. And
Well, this is the hard turn of
Yeah, no kidding.
this is the hard term. She's like, and I'm done with you forever. And I mean, honestly, that was the right call. But she was like, nope, done. Don't call me. Don't come
And
back.
honestly, I was surprised. She was like, it's a wrap that quickly. considering this stupid ass movie.
Yeah,
Like, she was like, this is over.
I feel like that.
Good job, and that was about it.
Like
From
I
the
feel
rest of the
like
movie,
I
I'm
feel like it wouldn't have been in real life. I feel like it wouldn't have been a wrap over that.
Well, because she was already like
This
in,
nigga
quote, unquote,
almost
in love.
killed him.
Yeah,
Had
but
had the other dude not come out of the fucking gas station and shot a bullet into the air, he would have murdered that man.
yes, but again, did you not see what Michael Ealy looks like? He's a very attractive guy. He's got light eyes. I feel like you're discounting that. I feel like you're hand waving that away.
I just want to go on record as saying Jay is fucking defending a murderer. He would have murdered him.
No. At this point, I'm not.
No,
I'm defending an attempted murderer.
He would have killed him.
I'm defending
an attempted murderer.
An attempted murderer. Look.
Continue.
People in glass houses should not throw stones. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not an attempted murderer.
Yet.
I'm not an attempted murderer.
I think this side of the table has no attempted murderers. That side of the table.
I've never attempted to murder anyone because I wouldn't attempt to.
What do you?
Oh my God.
I don't believe in half measures. I'm not Daredevil. I'm more like the Punisher.
Oh my God.
What do you count as attempted murder?
Oh, not what he did. That was just a friendly drubbing.
A warning.
That was a disagreement.
Warning. Yeah, that was a warning shot.
A good old fashioned passionate ass whooping.
Yeah, exactly.
A squabble.
It's more like a beanbag shot from a shotgun to the chest twice.
Now, see,
have you ever knocked somebody unconscious before?
Have I?
Yes.
Have you?
Yes.
Attempted murder.
Thank you.
Hey, come on, man.
Glass house. Glass house. You are trapped in a glass box of emotions. Get out of here.
Oh my God.
Look, that's not attempted murder. That was self-defense. Shut up.
This is self-defense.
No, it's not.
That is what's the type of
This is car defense.
Wow.
And when this guy touching his car.
Yeah, I get
just
it.
wanted to take a picture of his car.
Like
didn't even get a reason. Just take a picture of you. Oh, Jesus.
And he didn't hear any of that shit. He didn't know what that dude said at all.
Can you imagine that guy waking up? I just wanted to take a picture of a car. Jesus Christ.
He's scared of that car for the rest of his life.
Yeah, it's like black people are dangerous. This is why racism. This is why, he's a Trump supporter now.
Oh my God.
All right, continue.
All right, so Leah is freaked out. The next day, Carter shows up
For no reason.
at Leah's job unexpectedly and asks her out to dinner. She agrees to go on the advice of the bad friend.
Yeah.
The white one.
Look, exactly. Well, basically, she basically did the defense. I was joking, but she basically did it. Yeah, but he kind of fine, though. So maybe he ain't that bad. I mean, he's crazy.
He's kind of a unicorn, girl. Like, he is black and has light eyes.
He got money.
Contacts either.
Did you check his credit report? It might be worth it. Like, he might beat you, but he gonna pay for your medical bills.
Oh my God.
That was the dumbest advice.
Yeah.
You'd ever give to a friend.
Yeah.
Like, that
The
white
black
lady
girl
is
like-
not your friend.
The black girl like, bitch, run.
The black girl was like, you need to call the cops right now.
Yeah, come on now. And then she flexed because she's got great arms.
So they go to dinner, and she breaks up with him.
Yeah. Now, I will say this. This is dangerous. I wouldn't have advised breaking up quite in this way because clearly this dude's nuts. Again, Michael Ealy.
Just send him a picture of you giving a deuce and send him a text.
No, a video of you sliding away from the camera like, nah, bruh.
Have somebody make a gif of you just fading away.
Yes, exactly.
Leah, this last week has been hell for me. I'm going out of my mind with the thought that I could lose you because of something stupid.
Something stupid? That was way more than something stupid. You were completely out of control. I've never seen anyone do that.
You know I never hurt you, right?
Do I?
I love you. I love you, Leah. I love you more than I've ever loved anyone. I knew from the moment I met you that you were the one. You were the one I want to spend the rest of my life with. The one that I want to be the mother of my children.
Carter, I've really given this a lot of thought, and I don't think I can get past this.
upset. You're upset, that's all. That's all. We'll get through it together.
Carter.
Do you love me?
I'm not sure.
Nah, bro.
I don't know anything anymore.
You don't know anything anymore. You don't know. I'm not one of your campaigns where some goddamn poll numbers don't add up. This is a relationship. This is a relationship.
Okay, Carter, I am sorry, but we need to move on. We need to move on. Just don't.
Look,
Did you hear?
she treats him so poorly.
You couldn't even do it.
I couldn't get that shit out. Look, I have certainly been angry enough in a conversation that I have absolutely done that. Like I've slammed, not the fucking.
Yeah, I was gonna say
not fingering the table.
I was gonna say if you guys haven't watched the movie, rewind and listen to that bit again, and you can hear the creaking of him DJing the table.
Yeah, it's a weird scene. He's just like, because his brain is fucking breaking down.
Yeah, he's like his hands are fucking going crazy, and he's like, I'm gonna keep talking soft, but my hands going crazy.
Why does he have two last names?
Because they're fake.
Yeah, because he made it up.
Duncan.
Like that name is dumb. Like what's your real name?
That's his blue-eyed name.
Rob.
Really? You two are the ones fucking associate yourselves with him.
His real name in this movie is Robert.
I skipped that. I didn't even know. Well,
Sorry, bro.
Oops. I didn't even know. I didn't pay attention.
You want to just move on? We just fast forward past it.
I just gotta take the L right now.
Yeah, you gotta have to. That's so funny. Hey, man, that's not. Oh, wait, for real?
Yeah.
Right, let's just go ahead and move past.
I rarely say this, Micah. You got that one.
No, you're right.
You're right.
You're right.
That's fucking hilarious.
Oh, man.
But I have definitely been mad enough to slam my hand on the table in a conversation. And it like
not about a relationship.
No, but I have been that mad, and that's like
I've been that mad in a relationship about a relationship.
Wait, what?
Like I was in a relationship that just wasn't going anywhere, and I've just been pissed to the point where I may have taken a sword and stabbed a wall.
I'm glad you said wall, not woman.
No, she was in Boston
away.
at the time.
Oh yeah, you left it there.
And I did leave it there because fuck that.
I would have taken my sword, but I would have gone to work on that.
No, I took the sword. He means the holes in the wall.
Oh,
how many holes did you put in the wall?
Oh, I can't remember.
I thought you left the sword like Excalibur.
Oh no,
Boom. That would have been a fucking statement. Just
that's
like,
the sword I keep in my car.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
No.
Jesus Christ, you psycho.
These podcasts,
But no,
I swear.
Look, I'm telling you, dude. This scene, I feel for Carter. I truly do, because
oh my god,
he's trying to. He's trying to explain himself.
Shut the fuck up.
And I'm an asshole because I said she was pushing too hard.
Look, I didn't say that. I said that Carter is the hero of this movie.
Oh
now, I will give him credit. That was very good acting.
I'm telling you, I like Michael Ealy.
He's a fine actor. He's in a shit movie.
You guys are wrong.
Like he was very upset.
They're telling
I've
him
been that upset, but I've never done that before.
The car he has is so nice.
Yeah,
He's such a good guy. Anyway, go ahead.
So our hero stalks Leah at her job. And
No.
makes
Let's
numerous
not
phone calls.
frame it that way. Our hero tries desperately to rekindle their relationship.
By making numerous phone calls, even after she changes her number.
What a bitch.
Hold up. Here's the thing. She's crazy and dumb. She doesn't change her number. She's changing her phone. Because people.
No, she asked her secretary to change her number too.
And
she
her
does.
locks and all
Yeah,
kinds
she's
of
also changing her phone because people are calling her and it's coming up unknown.
Yeah, that's not smart.
She's changing her phone.
Why don't you just block it? You dummy. Just block the number.
You can't. Not everybody does that.
On the advice of her real friend, the black one, Leah goes to the police. There she meets Detective Hansen, played by Holt McCallany.
Yeah, he's been in a couple of things. I like that guy. He's always pretty good in everything.
His name is Holt.
I feel like he's always a cop of some sort.
Probably.
He's a good cop.
And Detective Hansen advises her to keep note of any further attempts that Carter makes to contact her.
This is
basically
the worst.
He's like, look, we can't really do anything until he like does something.
What kind of shit is that for women? Hey, not until he grabs you and tries to rape you, then you can call us back. That's not good.
Another really real part of this movie. That's how this bullshit goes down.
Yeah, I know. That's why women get hurt. It's fucking ridiculous.
So later, Leah finds a threatening note and a single red rose attached to her car. I think the note said, "If I can't have you, no one will."
Yeah,
that's just corny as fuck.
Why don't you just smash her window out and like jizz on the roof of her car? Something creative. I mean, it's something I would do.
Not the corniest line it's ever been.
What the fuck
made.
is wrong with you?
There's a red form today, man.
I like this movie, guys.
What he just said is what would have likely happened with a real lunatic.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
not here's his note where I'm going to threaten you. Like, no,
you're creepy and weird.
He's going to. Well, he does get creepy and weird later, but he would have jacked off and like rubbed it all over the handle so she has to touch it or some shit like that.
Yeah, and then watch her from a distance.
I don't live that life, guys. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you people.
So
just saying, this guy's a hero. Go ahead.
Because Carter did this, that is enough grounds for a restraining order to be filed against him. And the restraining order just happens to be delivered while Carter is at work, causing him to lose his job.
Or lose that client, I think.
No, I think.
Did he get totally fired?
Yeah, I think he got
I'm
totally fired.
pretty sure he was out from that job.
Good. I'd have fired if I was his boss. Would be like, "Deuces, you're crazy."
He was like, "I think you better leave." I'm like, all right,
right now.
So
And
after
again, she's ruining his life. It's really awful.
After he gets fired,
fucking unacceptable.
He does what every guy does when they get broken up. They start doing fucking push-ups. Psycho push-ups.
Who works out in jeans? Can I point that out?
Crazy people.
Yeah, dude. No one works out in
Your
jeans.
hero.
Look, this is really the only fault I have with him is like, dude, just put on some sweatpants. Like, don't worry.
You don't fault his psychopath apartment.
No, he was living frugally. I thought it was very smart. That's how you can afford. That's how you can afford Giants tickets right behind home plate. You can't live a lavish life. That's crazy.
So, unbeknownst to her,
be realistic, Rob. Come on.
Unbeknownst to her, like the next couple of scenes are pretty goddamn amazing. Unbeknownst to her, he breaks into her house using her spare key
because she's dumb and left that key
How did you
out
not?
First thing
Again, look, she's not a smart enough woman for him. Look, you're making a lot of mistakes.
I have a spare key to my house. It's in the hands of a person.
Yeah, I don't
trust.
Put it under a rock. What are you crazy?
And look, even if you do put it under a rock, like you got a stalker now. Maybe you should move it. Maybe. It might be a good idea.
The fact that she doesn't think about this key again until like near the end of the movie
is amazing to me.
I was like, wow.
So
these scenes aren't really great.
He goes into her house when she's away, and he proceeds to he sees a dirty glass in the sink with like her lip print on it. He takes the glass, aligns his bottom lip with her lip print, and
I didn't notice that.
Wine.
I didn't notice he aligned his lip.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's
he
good.
goes into.
He's a loving guy.
He goes into the bathroom. He goes into the bedroom and starts sniffing her pillows, and then he goes into the bathroom.
It's reasonable.
And sucks on her toothbrush.
He doesn't
fucking gross.
He sticks it in there and it's
fucking gag.
It's like a lollipop, and he's enjoying that shit.
The women in the theater, they were like, that was it for them. They were like, that was it.
Their hearts finally broke. Not him beating the shit out of things.
That is what did it. When he sucked on that toothbrush like.
So you guys don't do that with your wife or significant other?
Wow.
I'm just asking questions.
God damn it.
I mean, if you love a woman, you should be fine with it.
With sucking on her toothbrush like a weirdo?
I'm just saying.
I would suck on her feet before her toothbrush. How about that?
I think Jay literally just threw up in his mouth.
I was just watching an episode of House of Lies where something like that happened. I was just like, this is revolting.
Did you see that post I tagged you on with a woman with like 17 toes?
No.
Damn it.
Gross.
Trust me, if I see it, untag.
He hacks into her computer, and for good measure, he steals her cat.
Yeah, that's some shady shit.
I'm so glad he stole
Why would you
the
leave
cat.
your cat to be stolen?
I just shut up. I'm just glad. I thought that cat was going to be nailed to something.
I did think that. I thought
that cat would be.
You are fucked up.
Look.
Yeah, man.
Like I thought they were gonna do like the fucking Basic Instinct thing, right? Like you put the rabbit in the pot, kind of thing.
At that point, it made more sense that he would take the cat and kill it because he wants everything of hers. Like after him walking around and sucking on a fucking lollipop and kissing her lip print, he's not going to kill the cat. He's going to say, "I'm going to keep the cat because it reminds me of her."
Cat.
Probably does. The cat's probably fucking crusty and dry. Oh.
Like, this is the closest thing I'm gonna get to her pussy, and I'm ever gonna get. So I gotta fuck this cat.
This cat needs all the guys in the world now.
Sometime later.
Yeah, I'm the weirdo. Okay.
Sometime later, Dave contacts Leah about rekindling their relationship, and Leah agrees.
It's like, oh, you didn't beat things up. Like, okay, I'm okay now.
Yeah. Turns out it's not a bad choice.
Yeah. We get more scenes of Carter Facebook stalking Leah, and now he's Facebook stalking Dave.
Oh, this is around the time when they went to go meet in the middle of a cliff for no apparent reason.
They're in the hills of Hollywood.
I thought he was going to engage to her. I thought he was going to propose to her, which would have made sense to go in like a nice scenic location. No, they're just having a talk.
That's what you do in LA.
On a giant rock.
Everyone just stands on top of mountains professing random thoughts.
When someone might murder you at any second, let's go stand on top of a giant rock and potentially almost die.
What if Michael Ealy just came out of nowhere and just football tackled Morris Chestnut right off the top of that thing? That shit would have been hilarious.
And then just turned to her and smiled like nothing happened.
Who are you going to tell?
How much longer is this movie?
50 minutes.
50 minutes, yeah. So we're almost done, though. One night.
We're almost done.
One night,
half the movie.
Leah and Dave find Carter watching them at a restaurant. And then this happens.
Enjoy.
So,
my favorite
it's
scene in
okay?
the movie.
I love it here.
Shit.
What?
I can't believe he's here.
Who?
I'm sorry. Can we leave?
Leave.
Now, please.
I don't understand. Who are you looking at? What?
That guy I told you about, Carter. He just sat down at the bar. No, don't look. Jesus. He probably followed us here. Let's go, okay?
No, we're not gonna go. Listen, let me handle this, okay?
No. Please don't, Dave. I don't want you to antagonize him.
Right,
He's crazy.
I'm just gonna go over there and talk to him man to man. All right? That's it. It'll be that simple. Carter, right?
Do I know you?
Just want you to know that you're upsetting the young lady over there. And your presence here isn't welcome.
Public place, man.
What are you doing, man?
Carter's in high school.
Huh? She doesn't want anything to do with you, okay? So maybe it's time you take the hint and move along.
Dave, is it? I know all about you. How much of a pussy you were for not stepping up. You think you got a second shot? I get it, you're threatened. Maybe I'm still in the picture.
Let me tell you something, man. You are so far out of the picture. It's not even funny.
That is the worst fucking line I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's a terrible comeback, man.
Your mom was on crack rock.
Am I?
Yes.
Look at her. of sex right now.
Shut up!
You see the white guy next to them?
He was just like,
He's like, Jesus Christ.
You mess with her again.
I like how the bartender is like, shut up.
You won't look at her again. You won't wipe that smug look off your face. Permanently.
all right, I'm gonna end it there. Yeah, the white guy when he says to him like something to the effect of like she's still or no, I know how much of a pussy you were for not like stepping up or whatever.
Yeah.
The white guy next to him was like, "Oh shit!" Like, he turns immediately like, "Girl."
That white guy stole that scene.
That
man.
shit is so funny. He was like, look, he talking shit on you, dog. You
Oh,
let him say
shit.
that shit.
My wife got hot and bothered by that scene again because like
It's the
people like
caveman
that
thing.
shit. Yeah, it's just like, oh, I like, whoa. Like, all right. Calm down.
Little mini clap.
Right. I see. I'm gonna have to get into a fight at one point in this marriage.
Yeah, you know what?
with some
I
random
wouldn't.
ass
Look,
dude.
I wouldn't recommend it because of the series of events that happens here. Again, I feel like it wasn't cool that Carter was assaulted in this scene. He did nothing wrong. He was enjoying a lovely scotch, neat, all by himself. He wasn't bothering anyone.
Is neat something that's
Neat means no
Scotch?
ice
Oh, why don't they just say no ice?
because neat sounds cooler.
Does it?
It only doesn't sound cool to you because you don't know what drinks are.
Do you know what dirty means?
In a dirty glass?
No.
No, it's a pickle juice.
What?
Yeah.
Gross. The police are notified, and Hanson interrogates Carter over the violation
I like
of
dirty
the
martinis.
restraining order.
And
Olive
Hanson straight up says he's a fucking robot. And I'm like, he was a robot.
Yeah.
That show was good. Also, this motherfucker is sitting out front of her house in his pimped out black ass pimpmobile.
How does no one know it? He's right across the street in the loudest car that was ever made in the history. They're like, is there a Camaro or a Charger outside? No, it's probably a cat or
And
something.
your home consists of nothing but windows.
Yeah. Look
It's
outside.
a big black Charger sitting a foot off the ground.
Yeah.
And they can't see this thing.
I wonder if he's here. No.
Starts up, sounds like 12 lions are getting into a fucking fight.
Yeah, she's like, no,
Movie's
don't look outside.
terrible.
and it happens repeatedly. He's sitting there watching them.
He's
I'm
there
like,
4 or 5 fucking times in the movie. I never understood. I was like, outside.
I'm like, please show he's in a different car. They never do that.
No.
And whatever he followed him was. I'm like, oh my god, calm the fuck down.
Side note, that car was awesome. Anyway, go ahead.
Was it so awesome to we're getting beat over?
Oh, beating someone up over?
No, getting beat. Like that
Oh no,
guy-
I wouldn't have been that guy.
That guy was like, man, I really like this car, and I don't have access to the internet with thousands of pictures of cars just like it. I really got to take this one.
Also, take the picture and walk the fuck away.
Yeah, just do what everyone else does, and just take a picture.
Just act like you're
unbeknownst to
texting.
people.
Yeah, it's like you're texting. Roll click.
I do that all the time.
That's creepy. Anyway, go ahead.
While being interrogated, Carter feigns innocence, stating that he had no idea that they were there,
Well, he didn't, guys.
and that Dave was aggressive towards him.
It was very rude.
Hanson warns Carter to tread lightly, and eventually lets him go.
And then
one
the
night-
cop beats the shit out of him too. He
was
punches
it in
him.
this scene or was it in a later? I think it was in a later scene.
Oh,
It was
okay.
a later scene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
So one night, Leah's next door neighbor, Mrs. McCarthy, discovers Carter inside of Leah's house. She questions him, and then she realizes, oh shit, like there's a black guy with blue eyes. This shit is not real. I need to get the fuck out of here. Something's not right.
Why is he wearing white gloves so he doesn't get fingerprints on anything?
And
Deuces.
digging his screwdriver into the wall, while he's talking all calmly to her.
And so
This was hilarious. I'm sorry. This was fucking funny.
This is my favorite scene in the movie.
Where he becomes a ninja?
where he becomes Jason.
Yeah.
It's just like
Again, he's a very talented young man.
she runs back across the street to her home, closes the door, locks it. Carter pounds on it. She's backing away into darkness. And he stops pounding, and all of a sudden, bam, he's in the house.
Yeah, look, as much as I respect Carter and his work ethic, I don't I don't think that's how this scene would have gone down. But I do respect his ability to move rather quickly when the time comes.
Yeah, I respect his mutant power to close his eyes and walk through any surface.
He's Nightcrawler.
So yeah, he disappears into shadows and reappears elsewhere.
Yeah, he fucking bamfed into the house. What's the problem?
Somebody fart. Oh!
He grabs Mrs. McCarthy from behind and then finds a very, very small flight of stairs. It has to be maybe 10 steps, 10 very short steps, and pushes her down them.
She fell.
And her feeble ass breaks her neck.
I thought she fell. I thought he was trying to help
pushed
her.
Shut the fuck up. God damn.
He was like, I think you should go to the I think you should go to the basement. And he was just trying to give her a helping hand.
So
her neck snapped like fucking snap.
Yeah, man. Like, what the fuck were you doing? Like, how did you fall down those teeny tiny little 10 flights of stairs?
We'll never know.
Of stairs, and then just like break your neck. I mean,
have you ever fallen down the stairs before?
Yes, and I haven't broken my neck.
Tumbled like that?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah,
Not
I mean,
like-
she fell.
Yes.
She fell backwards.
Did you break your neck?
No, because I'm a spry black man.
But in fairness,
She's an old ass woman.
In fairness, yeah, her old body. I mean, look, she died because of her own issues, but but she fell backwards, so she fucking hit her head first. So
All right, I'll give you that. But those
She should be
flights
more-
of stairs,
she should be more careful.
I could have stuck my arms out and
Stopped
hit the
yourself.
floor. You know what I mean? Like, it was I don't know. She deserved to die. What the fuck are you doing going in other people's houses? Mind your business.
Look, this is what I'm
She'd
saying.
have minded her business. She'd have been alive. Mind your business.
I can't disagree.
Myob.
Myob.
My father used to tell me that shit all the time. Myob. What?
Really?
Mind your own business.
See, I always just say business. Where are you going? To handle my business.
Right. My father used to say making a run.
Making a run. Yeah,
Making
my
a
dad.
run?
Yeah, that was my dad's thing too.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you doing some shady shit.
Right. That's
You running numbers. Niggas in 1965.
Where are you driving to? I'm driving to my business.
Yeah.
So
You have a job. It's not open today. Where are you going?
So secretly, Carter videotapes Leah and Dave as they shower and sleep and start fucking each other. And they start fucking.
Hold on. He doesn't. He puts in cameras and then just stays there. And I'm like, why do you have cameras if you're just hanging out in this house? And it got the creepiest shot in the movie. They're taking a shower and that hand just shows the fuck up. Now, first they get in the shower. My fiance turns to me and says, "Did he shave his head just so he could pretend to be him in the shower?"
That shit would have been crafty as fuck.
That would have been such a better scene if he fucking did that. But no, he just has his gloved hand that just touches the shower and then vanishes back into the fog. And I'm like, and then he hangs out and they're fucking, and he's under the bed just staring up
Dude,
like
under the bed.
Look. One.
I'm glad
This
he
scene I
didn't
thought
hang
was this scene I thought was very inaccurate because there's no way in real life he wouldn't have been jerking off under that bed. while
oh,
were
they
having sex.
didn't pan down. You don't
I'm
know.
just saying he would have, dude. He would have.
You don't know.
I think it would have made for a
And,
better
and
movie.
then he was a ninja again because he's standing over the bed, and then blink, he's gone.
Again, I appreciate the guy's work ethic. I mean, the guy really has tried to
Guy's
do
like
as much.
Batman.
Yeah.
I was about to say his fucking training in Nanda Parbat.
Next morning, Carter's gone. Leah gives Dave a watch with an engraving on it saying, like, "I love you, boo." or some
It's
shit.
the only man I'll ever love.
The only man I'll ever love.
That's
and he's
sad.
like, I'll never, ever, ever take it off, ever. I'll never, ever take it off. So, you know, if it's off, that means I'm dead because I'll never, ever take it off.
Who wrote this? Lee Daniels.
Might as well.
Don't read ahead.
So next couple scenes is more taunting from Carter posting a bunch of lost cat photos.
Yeah, it's kind of a shitty. That was kind of a shitty thing to do.
It's pretty funny, man. I gotta tell you.
Oh no, I found it humorous. I'm just saying.
It was just weird.
Um,
And then the people watching her like
Flip out about
flip out and steal, like taking all the things down. They're just like, what the?
like, ain't that you, lady?
it. Why are you so mad?
She goes to the cops. Cop is like, I can't prove it. So she drives back and she finds out that her neighbor's dead. She slipped and fell.
A week ago.
Gross.
Next day at work, if we find out that Carter used Leah's email to forward her fucking Dave to everybody.
Now, okay, this scene I thought was really odd. Why would that get her in trouble? Why? I hate when movies create conflict that can be easily resolved by talking. It's one of the like she could have been like, I have a stalker who's been hacking into my email. Like
Likely story. How many times are you going to use that excuse?
Well, but the thing is, what's wrong with her having sex with her boyfriend? It's not like she's like
It's not-
fucking her boss.
It's not that. It's,
or at her office.
You're disseminating pornography.
And it's not his.
but it's
her
not-
boss. Her boss understood, but the fact that she was working in the
the
with the
senator
government
or something like
yeah,
that.
the fact that she's a lobbyist. First of all, she's a lobbyist, so she can go straight to hell.
I don't love you, sir, but
Remy's okay.
Remy from House of Cards. That guy is a bad person, but anyway.
Jesus Christ. But it wasn't so, like the boss was like, I understand, because they knew the people she worked with knew that she had a crazy person on her tail, but everyone else didn't. And she wasn't. I don't think she was necessarily fired so much as they were like, okay,
They suspended her.
Yeah, they were like, we need to
suspended her.
push you aside and let this blow over, and that's understandable. And then she had a lot of free time to do some shit.
Yeah, she got creative as fuck.
So we
it.
get a scene of Carter sabotaging Dave's car. Dave is driving,
Dave is a very reckless driver. I think that was really the problem.
and
Speeding.
Dave's wheel falls off of his car eventually, and it
Should've
just
bought a
so
Jag.
happens to fall off right when he's making a turn up in the hills of Hollywood, and he drives the car off a cliff, crashes it, and he's bleeding profusely, and he's gasping for air, and all of a sudden you see the perfect guy come over and
Just trying to help him.
and trying to help him die by suffocating him with his hand.
No, he's like Dr. Jack Kevorkian. Like he wanted to stop the suffering.
You know what though? I'm on the side with you a little tiny bit. Yeah, he's a reckless driver. Your wheel falls off. You fucking hit the brakes.
Yeah, he was just like, I'm gonna power through this shit. Like,
No.
dude, there's no wheel.
You stop the car when you start hearing. You need to at least slow down.
That was hilarious. He's like, what's that noise? He's like, I'll just keep driving at 70 miles an hour. I was like, Dave.
like no. You hear a noise and your whole car is shuddering. You stop
Dave is not a person who
anymore because
because
he's dead.
Well, he doesn't like rules. He refuses to be held down.
So you're saying that he probably can't dance to a beat.
That is correct. He refuses. Gotcha. Dave claps on the 1-3, not the 2-4.
So Leah gets a
Stop
visit.
saying
I don't even know.
You've been pretty quiet over there.
Yeah, I have nothing left to say. This movie's dumb. I just want it to be over.
Leah gets a visit from Detective Hansen telling her that Dave's dead, and
and he was the ripe young age of 36.
in dog years.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, me and Morris Chestnut, we look basically the same age. Okay.
Then we get a scene of her coming home from Dave's funeral at night, which is kind of weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who has a funeral at night?
Maybe she was hanging out with his parents all day.
Yeah, whatever.
Don't be an asshole. God damn.
Nah, fuck that guy, man.
Dave's dead.
They're pretty certain, Leah and Hansen, they're pretty certain that Carter is the one that killed Dave, but they don't have any evidence to incriminate him.
Have they figured out the whole Carter is Rob thing?
They're about to do that now.
I hate you.
In an investigation. Further investigation leads to Hansen learning that Carter's real name is Robert Roberts. And, excuse me, Robert Adams. And that he has changed his identity after a similar series of harassment
So
charges.
Rob changed his name. That's interesting. Interesting.
I don't like either of y'all. Terrence is quiet. It's okay that you're laughing because it's kind of funny. But these two over here can.
I'm just talking about the movie.
I'm just talking about y'all ain't being shit.
Look, you are a narcissist, and you think we're talking about you, but we're talking about Rob, the psychopathic light skinned guy
That you like.
Yeah.
That you want to be like.
Right. Clearly, that's not you. Hello. That makes sense. Go ahead. You walked into that.
So after a failed attempt to get a confession out of the light-skinned guy named Robert, Hanson, let's just call him Rob for short.
Yeah.
Hanson.
This friendship.
It's very serious.
Hanson subtly tells Leah that she might need to take care of business on her own.
What kind of game are you playing with me?
You asked me what I would do. I can't give a victim that kind of advice as a member of the force. But there's nothing preventing me from telling a friend a story over a cup of coffee. So I knew this guy. Someone broke into his house while he was sleeping. After that, he kept a shotgun in his house. It was a 12-gauge Remington.
I don't know what that means.
Remington is the make. It holds 7 rounds, or bullets. But in shotguns, they're called shells.
Okay.
So he loaded the first 2 shells with beanbag rounds, and the last 5 with regular shells.
You lost me.
Yeah, 2
Beanbag
plus 5
rounds
is 7.
are
What the
little
fuck?
bags filled with lead shot. The bag is designed to protect the skin from penetration. So technically, they're classified as non-lethal rounds. So he loaded the first 2 shells with beanbags because a non-lethal round qualifies as a warning shot.
Why?
Firing a warning shot is self-defense if you're standing in front of a judge. If a perpetrator continues to threaten your safety, any shot after that is justifiable.
I still don't understand.
Fucking dumb. I don't get
You're
it.
saying
I'm just telling you a story.
Are you saying
What
I
you
should
do
kill
with that
him?
information on your own time is none of my business.
This just so funny. 2 beanbag shells and then 5 regular shells. I'm lost. What?
I'm assuming they think
What about that was confusing?
What's a shotgun?
Yeah, seriously. This is clearly for the audience, and they think the audience is donkey
dumb.
brain.
Right. Like, dude, it's America. Everyone knows about guns.
They're called shells. I'm like, what?
Yeah, we know.
Really?
Like seashells?
How do you load a seashell into a shotgun? Aren't all guns technically shotguns once you use it? Oh, good God.
How many seashells? 3? How do you use them?
Beanbags.
Like, what does that mean? I'm like, you don't know what a shotgun is? Like, Remington is a brand. It's a shotgun.
When he said Remington is a brand, I was like, is this happening right now?
What you want to do is you want to talk to 2 people, Smith and or Wesson. Like, what? Very confused, brother.
Or Colt.
Like there's so I've got this friend named Glock.
And he started saying Remington is a brand before the word Remington was brought up at all. He just said
He said Remington,
Remington,
12 gauge.
Did he?
And then she was like, huh?
I don't know what that means.
Remington is the brand.
You have a job where you're a lobbyist for Congress and you don't understand how a gun exists.
Yeah. She doesn't know anything about Newtonian physics.
Why are you telling me this
She
story
doesn't know
again?
anything about cleaning up that key out front of her house. I think at this point she still didn't realize that he stole the key.
No, she still doesn't know.
So fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So
I would have been like, keep the key. Click, clack, motherfucker, come on in. I would love to shoot a villain. Not that I think Michael Ealy is one, obviously, but I would love to shoot a villain in the chest with a shotgun. I would love it.
So
I would love it.
Wow.
After
With beanbags. And then real shells. Twice.
After about
She shoots 3 beanbags.
2.
She shoots 2. And
Yeah,
then she shoots
she
a third
shoots
one's a real shot.
Well, we'll get to this. Fuck it. When they fight,
She hits him twice in the chest.
One goes off before she shoots at him.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, really?
Yup.
Oh.
No,
Wow.
he
In the hallway. In the
I
hallway.
don't
hits
think-
her in the chest with one, and then the second shot after the one that he put when she pulls the trigger in the hallway. It goes off. It misses him. She shoots him in the chest later.
And then she
with
shoots
one.
And then she shoots him again.
And then the second shot that she shoots him in the chest is the third shot, which is the real shot.
She shoots him twice with beanbags.
Yeah, we'll get there. Well, we all have the tape, so go ahead.
So after about a week's worth of research, Leah buys a shotgun.
A week's worth of What?
Where do I get one of these?
What is this? Leah discovers Rob with a new identity.
Go fuck yourself. Does he have a new identity?
He does. Would you like to give a random name to that new identity, or
does he have a new name?
Peter? I don't know.
I was thinking of a different name. Maybe one that starts with an M.
Micah? Fuck yourself. No. We're not going down this road. We're not going down this road.
I know how serious you are with that. That's what I'm like.
You're a piece of shit.
I know what the line is. Yeah. I know what the line is. So Rob with a new identity.
That's good.
She finds him with another woman. She basically goes up to this woman and is like, "Girl, he gonna give you AIDS," and frightens her off. She then manages to find the hideout where all of his monitors are, and she finds her cat. The Wikipedia. I don't know
that's really funny. His hideout. It's his apartment.
Right.
It looks like a hideout. It looks like the basement Daredevil was trained in.
It does.
It kind of does.
It's fucking filthy.
She tries to hack into her computer, his computer, but she doesn't know what a shotgun is. So I don't know.
What password was she putting in? Leah?
Shotgun?
Honestly, it should have been her name.
Yeah, it should have.
It probably was. She didn't guess that.
Doesn't know.
I thought that's where the scene was leading, and not up to her doing it, just slamming the keys until the computer's like, fuck you, I'm locked out.
So because she was locked out, she was like, fuck it, and she destroys all of his computers and leaves.
No, she doesn't. She breaks the keyboard, she beats up the monitors, then she pushes over the towers, and the towers are probably fine.
I would have fucking destroyed everything in that apartment. That shitty Daredevil training apartment. I would have.
And she writes a taunting note on his wall. She also files another restraining order against him in front of his new employers, once again getting him fired. So that night, when dude comes home and he sees her note, which is like, "Come at me, bitch," or some shit like that.
It kind of
exactly
was
like that.
It kind of was. She should have just wrote "Come at me, bro." Like that would have been fun.
It did say "bitch" in there, didn't it?
Yeah, it did say bitch in it. Robert breaks into Leah's home, and after luring him into an empty room, she aims her gun at him.
Still not good enough. Bring it, bitch. That's what it says.
Still not good enough. Yeah, bring it, bitch.
I was like,
"Bring it, happy feet." The fuck? Somebody's been watching The Expendables.
That movie is so bad.
So she points a gun at him after managing to knock the gun out of her hand. A struggle ensues, and they have like a pretty brutal ass fight for this movie.
I will say this. She made a terrible choice of not immediately putting a fucking shell in that dude's chest.
Right
immediately.
In the bathroom.
Yeah,
Right
I'd have shot him right through that glass shower. Get out of here. Now, I'm glad she didn't, because he's such a good person that he deserves to be alive. But yeah, I mean,
he's clearly the good person to fight, because she's the one reaching for the weapons, and he's not reaching for any weapons ever.
He never does. He's a good
she
person.
She grabs a knife and slices him. She grabs that pot and starts beating on him.
Yeah, she beats the shit out of him.
Look, I thought for sure there was going to be some hot grits on that fucking stove, dude. Because that would have been some black ass shit. Like, that is the way to handle it.
She should have kept beating him with that pot after she got him to the
ground.
Yeah, like it was working.
She caught him with one shot to the head. I'm like, you're going to continue. Right?
And then turned the pot over and threw the hot collard greens in his face, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, look, there's got to be something hot and black getting cooked in that pot at all times. Everyone knows.
So this is a pretty brutal ass fight. Eventually, she gets one. All right, so the first shot she fires is when she's on the ground and shoots a beanbag shot, and then she starts taunting him again. And then she cocks the gun, starts taunting him, and she's like, what she say? She's like, "Yeah, they're not lethal, but they sure gonna fuck you up." And then bam, shoots him again.
Yeah, and then
he's like, "Oh, you just got beanbag bullets? Like, don't you know who I am? Like, I could take a beanbag bullet. I'm fucking Jason Voorhees, bitch." and she's like, "Bam!" Like, I lied. That's a real one.
Gotcha, nigga.
So yeah, she had 3 beanbags.
She had
No,
No,
she
no,
had two.
the
She
third
had two.
one. The
The
third
third
one
one's a
was
real fucking shot.
She fired a shot in the hallway.
No,
She fired a shot on the ground in the hall. Then she got up.
not right out of the bathroom. Not
right out of the
You
bathroom,
sure?
there was a shot fired in that
look,
first struggle.
I'm watching it.
Three
dude.
of us are looking at it, man.
Are you
Yeah, I'm
listening
looking
to
at
it?
it now because I remember that first shot going off.
That first shot goes off when
Maybe
they
it
first
didn't.
struggle.
Hold on.
You know what? We might have to pause it. This might be an after Earth moment. Pause. We'll be right back. So the jury is in. Turns out all four of us were correct because in the bathroom scene, he rushes her when she has the gun. A shot sound effect goes off, but nothing happens.
It's
Like
pointed
nothing comes out.
It's pointed directly at his chest. There's no flash, nothing.
Nothing.
There's nothing that happens. So yeah, there's two beanbags, but
there were three. There were four shots.
some Foley artists decided, fuck it, let's make this scene extra awesome. Boom!
Like yeah, but the whole reading
unless
part?
that was him running so fast at her that there was a mini sonic
That he
boom.
broke the sound barrier.
His long heel bones break the sound barrier when he needs
Michael
to.
Ealy is secretly the Flash. He's Wally West, guys.
Oh my god,
That's hilarious.
God damn it! All right, look, she kills this nigga, and the movie's over. Like I can't.
That is so unbelievably ridiculous. I love that all four of us are correct.
Oh shit!
Sometimes you got to pause and come right back.
Look,
I'm so glad we went back and looked at that because that was the most ridiculous. Like this movie
Terrence
is
is like, I heard the shot. I'm like,
horrible.
look at the screen. Nothing happened. Like, what the fuck? That's
oh
hilarious.
my god, this movie is so. Don't
It-
watch this.
it-
Movie. Don't watch this movie unless you're drunk and with people.
Is this better? Is this a better little Easter egg of a fuck up than the 5 Heartbeats where he just fucking clotheslined that woman
running through?
I don't know.
Either way, that's pretty fucking good.
Because the clothesline was pretty damn funny,
And it was also intentional.
yeah,
Like,
it was
they
so intentional. This is just stupid.
they just messed up.
Just
God
screwed up.
damn it!
That's hilarious. All right, that is it for us for this week. We'll be back next week with another preview episode for episode 83. Later, guys.
See ya.
Take it easy.
Adios.
We out. We out. We out.